Okay, y'all, it is finally time. I'm here in the nursery and I'm finally gonna give you guys a nursery tour for our daughter who is due in 15 weeks. I'm gonna be 25 weeks tomorrow. I'm so excited. I've been like talking about showing y'all the nursery for ages. We actually finished when I was like 19 weeks. Like, we hustled and we got this done so early in my pregnancy. But of course there were like just little finishing touches, and there's like still things that are probably gonna like change maybe, or like things that we need to add, or like potentially just like, you know, kind of adjust, like little finishing touches. I think how I'll kind of set this up, so if y'all just kind of like want to see what it looks like, I'm just gonna do like a quick segment here in like 2 seconds, just kind of doing a little overview of just what it looks like, just kind of like some b-roll. I'll play some music and stuff just so you guys can see what it looks like, and then after I show you all that, I'll do like a little bit more of a detailed kind of walkthrough of how we set everything up, a little bit of kind of like the organization, because literally like all the drawers are full, all the clothes are like washed, organized, folded. I have like her diaper drawer, like literally everything is in its place as if she was gonna be born like tomorrow. Like everything is ready to go in here. I can kind of walk you through. I'll go in the closet and show you everything in there. You guys can see like some of her clothes and how I set things up, like her bows and like headbands and all that kind of stuff. If you just want to see what it looks like, that'll be coming next. And then if you want a more detailed look of what's everywhere, what's going to be put, because there are some things like her name and stuff that are not up yet, so I'll kind of walk you through maybe like where certain things are from and stuff like that. And then of course if you have any questions about where anything is from, or if you need like links at all, just let me know, because I can't link everything in this room obviously. So if you need specific links or have specific questions, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I feel like we have been like waiting for me to film this in particular. I like never felt like it was done, but now I feel like it's at the point that I really want to show y'all. So without further ado, let's get into it. I will show you the nursery and then we'll walk through and kind of like give y'all a little tour. And I'm so excited. Having a little girl, I mean, I love having a little boy in his nursery, is like my favorite place in this house, but honestly I feel like this is my new favorite place, or like they're tied because they're quite different, both of their rooms. His is a little bit more neutral and slightly more boyish, but this is just like an all-girls room, and it was so fun to design and to decorate and to organize, and I can't wait to show you. So let's do it. I'm a little bit nervous, but we're gonna give it a go. Up, now down, down, up, down. You're silly. We don't need to eat it. Okay, step one is complete. Part of me likes the white, but I think we're gonna ultimately end up painting it obviously just like the same color as the wall. I'm already getting so excited. Okay, so obviously, I'm filming on my phone, by the way, because I was just kind of up here. Forgot to grab my camera. Y'all obviously saw me go through all of this stuff, which is in this like, gigantic box. And this box specifically was newborn 0 to 3 and 3 to 6, and then that box there I had like 6 to 9 and 6 to 12. So I just wanted to like take inventory of what I have of like what sizes and stuff like that. And so this little pile here, I mean I purposely didn't get much newborn stuff because I mean obviously she's not gonna wear it for very long, and I obviously have stuff from Kohl's, so I just have like how cute is this little set? She'll be born in October. I have like one little set, I think 3 pairs of PJs, and then like 4 long sleeves, and then just like 1 little set. In terms of 0 to 3, I basically have like this stack of long sleeve shirts, some Christmas ones in there. Of course, these are like a waffle texture. And this stuff is from all over. It's from Carter's, Target, H&M. It's kind of a mix. I love the little bows. So I have a good bit of just kind of like standard long sleeves. I don't have much in terms of bottoms. I have like this 1 pair of sweatpants. These leopard ones are from H&M. I think these are from Old Navy here. And then like 2 pairs of little ruffle like leggings. So I might need more. This pile here is just t-shirts. Obviously she's being born in like the fall and winter, so she's not gonna be wearing t-shirts a ton, but I like to do t-shirts like for layering purposes, like under PJs and stuff when they're super little, or if it's warm for any reason, or we just want to like layer this with a cardigan or something. So I got a few little t-shirts and I love this one so much. I think I just got like 1 pack, and then this one we actually used in our announcement. And then this is the pile of 0 to 3 month PJs, which I'm actually kind of surprised. There's 8 pairs of footy pajamas here. Actually 2 of these in here are I don't know if you saw when I was organizing them, these 2 are gowns, like knotted gowns. And then this pile here is like sets and rompers. So like some of these are like little 1-piece, like this is like a fleece, like zip up, like kind of bodysuit, like kind of a Christmassy one, which I think is so cute. I definitely have some like Christmassy little like sets, like this little like peplum sweater. How stinking cute. I obviously am not gonna like link all this stuff, but if y'all have specific like requests for links, I can definitely put them in the description box and leave them in response to your comment. This is like a little, this is sold separately from Carter's, but these are the sweatpants, and then there's like this little zip up hoodie, so it's kind of like a little sweatsuit. This is actually a little dress that came with some bloomers. It's got like a little bow on it, and then this is the cutest kind of like winter or Christmas little outfit. It's got like some Sherpa in there and these little flutter sleeves, and then it came with the black pants and just like a white waffle long sleeve to go underneath it. For 0 to 3, I'm feeling pretty good. I obviously have to get all of Cole's stuff out and then go through and see what's like kind of neutral, what can I add to this pile. I'm also kind of surprised when it comes to 3 to 6 month stuff. I guess I kind of thought I had more. This over here is just kind of like more warmer weather stuff. So I have these like 2 little crew neck kind of sweatshirts that are so cute. This is like a little cardigan with the cutest little like Peter Pan collar. So I love that. Literally have a single t-shirt for that size, or like a t-shirt onesie. Only 2 pairs of pants. And then this here is again like the sets and rompers, and then a couple like little dresses. How cute is this from H&M? I have just a couple different sets here, some Valentine's Day ruffles on that. So cute. And then I literally only have 3 pairs PJs. So as y'all could see, I'm going through all of Cole's clothes, which have been packed away in like vacuum bags in these kind of like big storage zip up bags. And I'm just now realizing, like, obviously I was just going through this stuff to pick out what I could set aside for her. Like, honestly, a ton of stuff like was never used. Like, I still have tags on quite a few things. But what I was just realizing that never even occurred to me till just now is that everything that I've taken out that I'm not taking out for her, because it's like very specifically like boy type clothes, I'm now realizing this is going to be so great, because now instead of like for future kids having to go through every single bit of baby clothes that I have, I can now, you know, going forward, just have like a specific bag. Like, I'll just label one of these with just specifically boy clothes. And then I was also thinking, kind of as I start packing, you know, as she starts growing out of things and I start packing her stuff away, I'll strategically, you know, put it back in vacuum bags. I'll put it away specifically in like neutral labeled bags and then girl labeled bags, so that for future kids, I can just grab out like the boy stuff and the neutral stuff for the next one, or just grab out like the girl and do the neutral stuff for the next one, or even depending on how much I have, like just grab the boy stuff or just grab the girl stuff. Or when we're done having kids and I want to, you know, potentially pass whatever hand-me-downs we have left down to siblings or, you know, anything like that, everything will already be labeled as, you know, girl clothes or boy clothes or neutral clothes. And it'll just be like way easier to go through everything. I love baby clothes and I love organizing. So like, I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, these are like just kind of some of the piles. It's mostly like sized out, like newborn, 0 to 3, accessories like socks and hats and stuff, some bibs. These are like sleep bags and swaddles and stuff. I did a pretty good job, as you can probably even tell, about like labeling things. Like this bag, it was like super well labeled, like hats, shoes, swaddles. So it was actually very easy to go through. So I'm very thankful I took the time to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, so now that you have seen kind of an overview, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just like briefly walk y'all through the room. My camera's having a hard time focusing, I think because it's like a little bit overcast, so it's like not as bright as it could be in here, and there's just a lot going on, so I think it can't like figure out what to focus on. But this is the room. We are so in love. We had a lot of like changes as we went through this process. So we have just kind of like this little asymmetrical mirror over here with just kind of a little bit of like, there's not really a theme in here, but I wanted to do definitely very girly, some like gold accents, and then some black, and then a little bit of like, not super boho. My son's room is a little bit more of like the rattan, like boho kind of vibe. And I didn't really want to do a ton of that in here, but I do like the very like natural touches of like natural wood, which you'll notice there's a lot of like natural wood tones in here. That's what I really like. So we did like kind of a little cluster over there. I liked this mirror because of this shape, and then also the black rim. Like I said, I kind of wanted some black accents in here. And then the dresser top, I love this changing pad cover so freaking much. Obviously I have like a bunch of different changing pad covers, but I really love that one. There's a little blank space back here. This is where her Hatch sound machine is going to go, so we'll kind of be able to use that as like a nightlight and her sound machine, so that'll go kind of in the corner right there. And then just some other like decorative pieces. This light is actually so cool, and it's just like a touch screen, or like a touch little button, like you just have to touch it and it goes from cool to warm to kind of like mixed. So I thought that was cute. You don't have to like use a cord to actually plug it into the wall, you just charge it. I think it's so pretty, like it's so girly with the clear lampshade and the scallop detailing. This dresser is the same dresser that we used for my son's room. If y'all are curious, if you want a boys or even slightly like more gender neutral nursery tour, I will link my son's nursery tour down below. I actually did a whole nursery tour, and then I did a tour of his closet organization, and then also like our bathroom, kind of like bath medicine, all of that kind of stuff. I did a whole separate video for the closet and one for like the bathroom, so I will link all three of those videos down below. I was a first-time mom, so I went like super ham and everything was new, so I don't have to do all that this time because I already have a lot of that stuff situated. But I definitely did, and if you want to go ahead and watch that video, you'll see we took like a very similar not like style, but definitely similar like touches in terms of the layouts that we liked and kind of like the functionality of things in terms of organization and just kind of like how the room is set up. But this is the same dresser that he has. It's from IKEA. I love it so much because it's the perfect size for a nursery. Like it's not super tall or super big, and I really love the little kind of like lip around it. It keeps like everything in. It kind of like almost helps with the changing table top, and it keeps things from like rolling off the edges, or if they like kick stuff. It's great. It's not even like marketed as like a baby or like a nursery dresser, but it's so good for that. I will open the drawers there in a second and like show y'all a little bit of the organization, but I did switch out the knobs, of course. I literally went through so many knobs before I chose those. And then this is kind of like the rocking chair, you know, nursing sort of area. In my son's room, things are set up a little bit differently. His rocking chair is actually next to his crib, but in this room, just the way like the closet is situated, we have it kind of across from the crib, which I still like how this is laid out. I feel like this is gonna be very functional. We have this gold table. This is from Target. That little like octopus is like a handmade little like stuffed animal we got from a local like kind of vendor fair, and I thought it was so cute, and it's so soft. Funny enough, this thing right here, we also have one of those little moon hanging things in my son's room, so I kind of thought that was fun to have like that similar touch in his room and in her room. I think it's so pretty. And then we have just kind of one of those like angled or like kind of arched lamps behind the chair. I love this rocking chair so much. It's the same brand as my son's, but it is different. It's actually like a glider, a rocker, and a swivel, so it turns, it rocks, and then it actually reclines as well. And I really like this one too because my son's doesn't have like these, I don't know if you call that like a headrest, but his doesn't have these like side little areas, so I think that'll be nice for resting your head on. The chair actually came with a pillow, but I got a pillow cover for it. I put a little throw blanket over the top and have a little blanket basket over here. These are all brand new blankets that I got for her. I've been like going crazy with the baby blankets. I did kind of like still, like I told y'all, with like the natural wood color, like kind of the rattan vibes of the basket and on the wall, but then still kind of the more modern, sort of like chic vibes with the gold. So I feel like we have like some mixed styles in here, but that's what I love. And And then as y'all saw, we did gold on the like curtain rod. And then I kind of went back and forth on these curtains, but I really love them. They are blackout curtains, which of course is a necessity, and they kind of have some texture to them. They're like a linen, but they have sort of like a woven sort of texture. I don't know if you can tell if I zoom in. And then like some pops of blue, which you feel like you probably wouldn't necessarily pick for a girl's room, but for me, I really liked that it added a little bit of texture and color. It wasn't just like a solid panel. I wanted to add a little bit of something, and I actually kind of like that it's a very cool tone as opposed to like the chair like with the warm tones. I feel like it's a nice contrast, especially because the carpets in here are gray, so I feel like it's kind of like a beigeish gray, so I feel like it ties in with the tones of the carpet. And then also this rug we got has, you know, like some purples and some grays and stuff like that, so I really like that contrast a lot. I just love this whole little corner so much. But yes, I'm obsessed with this rug, and I originally got a bigger one, or a smaller one I mean, but it was just a little too small, so I sized up, and this is the softest. I'm telling you, like, my husband walked in here the other day, he's like, I want to sleep on this floor. It's incredibly soft, so good, obsessed with it. And then we decided to do a little olive tree accent over here in that little pot. I love it's white with gold, so perfect. My husband actually did all of this work on the, oh, this is not going to focus very well, on the accent wall, which I'm so impressed with. We actually just ordered a kit off of Etsy, so it kind of like came already cut and like kind of told you where to put the pieces and how to spread it out. It got a little tricky because this is where the closet is, so we had to kind of like basically pretend like this portion of the wall didn't exist and then kind of do it that way. But my husband did so well. This was very tedious, but he did so great. There's obviously like the 3 like rectangles up there, and then there's 3 squares along the bottom here. There's gonna be a name sign that goes here in the center, so I'll pop on the screen. It's off of Etsy. It's obviously not what her name is, but it's just like the example of what it's gonna look like. So I'll put that on the screen just so you guys can kind of get an idea of what's gonna go in the center there. And then we put these 2 little sconces, which I love, again with like the white and the gold. And those aren't like wired or anything. We actually have like remote control, like rechargeable bulbs that you can put in there. So it's more just for like aesthetics, but you can technically like use them as well. And then the crib is actually Cole's crib. He got like a convertible crib, so what he's like sleeping in right now can be converted to like a toddler bed and stuff like that. So this is the crib that Cole used to have, and actually this blanket was in his nursery originally as well. And then I just threw the Boppy lounger and my Boppy nursing pillow in there. Obviously she won't sleep with that stuff in there, but that's just in there kind of for storage. And then this is her storage basket for now. I really don't like love it. I already had it kind of in this room for other purposes before this was a nursery, and I don't love it. It's obviously like very short. It's pretty wide, but it's short, so I don't love how short it is because I feel like we could, you know, fill that space a little better with something taller and something like with a lid, or just taller so that you can't see like literally every single toy in it. But it definitely works for now, and I feel like when she's small and crawling and stuff like that, it'll be a good size for her to kind of like crawl up to and kneel and like get stuff out of. But that's definitely not gonna be staying forever, but it's fine for right now. And then I'll show you all in the closet a little bit more in depth. But oh my gosh, I love this little sign. Oh, it got closed in the door. But how cute is that little babe cave sign? I love that so much. And by the way, I feel like I should mention we have like a smart bulb in this lamp here that like is dimmable, so that we can like have it on like 1% and just have like a little bit of light in here, or obviously it can be put on full brightness. We also keep an Echo Dot in this room so that we can control it, which I think also will sync up with the Hatch sound machine. It is such a game changer. We also there's outlets back there. We also keep like a phone charging cord plugged in behind the chair so that, you know, long nights, late nights in here, I'm able to plug in my phone. So I feel like between this light, this like little lamp, we'll have the Hatch night light, and then we have this light here, which oh my gosh, how freaking pretty is this? This is like the main light. There's a lot of light in this room between all those different sources I just mentioned, but I'm obsessed with this. I love how it has the golds, but it's also just kind of like clear little acrylic flowers. I didn't want something like too overly loud over here, just because I feel like with the accent wall and just kind of everything else going on in this room, I didn't want like a chandelier or anything like too statement-y, if that makes sense. But I also didn't want something like not statement-y, like something in between. And I feel like this is so perfect. I will turn it on real quick just so y'all can kind of see, obviously it's light out, but I like how it kind of like casts a little bit of a cool design and like shadow on the ceiling. And the bulbs came with it. It's like a pretty warm color, I will say that. Of course we can switch them out, but I really like the tone that it gives off. It's like very cozy, not like too cool or like stark. I just think it's so pretty. I feel like it fits the vibe of this room so well. It's kind of like delicate, but it has the right tones. It's like so cute, but it's not too in your face. So yeah, I'm so in love with this little light fixture. So anyway, back to where we were. I really love that little sign. And then this big wall, I was like, what do we do with this big wall? We knew we wanted to do some book kind of situation, and I'm obsessed with how this came out. My son's room also has like a pothos hanging from the corner, and we love that touch, but his is in like a macrame kind of hanger. I was so excited when I found this one. It's got, again, like I was saying, kind of like the natural wood tones like I was talking about over here. You'll see that like the frames of these and the bookshelves and then this are all, again, like that natural wood color. And then actually that sign that I showed y'all, that's gonna go here. The background of that is gonna be natural wood. So that's definitely kind of like wood accent I was going for. But I just love this hanging little thing so much. It's got like a cord, like a rope kind of vibe, if you can see that, but it's got that pretty little bead, and then it's gold, kind of like two gold rings that split, and there's just like that wood that the plant sits on. I think that's just so pretty. I'm in love. I love the little pot too. I got that from Lowe's. I love the little like once upon a time little cursive-y words. That set of frames is from Target, and like they couldn't be better because I wanted like kind of pops of black in here with the natural wood. So I love how they came in like a set like that, and I'm obsessed with them. I feel like I said, there's no theme in here, but I definitely feel like there's a good bit of like florals, and so I thought that kind of tied in with, you know, just like this slightly like floral sort of situation we're doing with just some of the accents and stuff like that. So I love those. And then I love these bookshelves so much. Kohl's in his room and my son's room are like acrylic, and the books just don't stay on them, but these are so much better because they have a little bar across them. So the books stay put and can honestly fit a lot more. I love how they look. And then this bear we've had forever. That was in Kohl's room. We've now moved it over. It just goes in whoever is the youngest room, I guess. We purposely left kind of like some room over here, especially because if you like open the door like takes up a lot of that section of the wall, so it's kind of why we designed it that way. And I also purposely left like just a lot of open space underneath and on either side for just as she gets older, for like toys, like in case, you know, she has something like taller or bigger that can go around it, or like my son has a lot of his toys kind of like set up underneath his bookshelf, and that's sort of like his little play area. That's like open kind of intentionally just so there's room to grow into. But my son is actually just waking up now, so I'm going to go grab him, and then when I can pop back in here, we'll go through the dresser drawers, and then I'll also give y'all just a quick like walkthrough of the closet organization as well. But that's like the overview of the actual nursery itself, and I could not love it more. Oh, I did want to mention the wall color. I'll have to put in the description box. I can't remember the exact name of this wall color, but I basically picked this color first because I love how it wasn't like an in-your-face kind of pink. It's like a more, obviously on camera it's pretty close, but I feel like on camera it's looking a little bit more brown toned, but it's actually like kind of a rosy, like mauvey, dusty sort of pink, which is what I really like. So I picked that color because I just love it. And then what I had them do for the other three walls, I don't know if you can tell, but the other three walls are this color just diluted by 75%. So essentially this is like white paint with 25% of this color in it. So I knew we wanted to do like different walls in terms of like the accent wall being one color and then the other three being a different color, but I didn't want to like pick two different pinks that were potentially conflicting or didn't like go really well together. So I figured just making the other walls, I didn't want them to be fully white, but I wanted them to be like kind of white with a touch of pink. So I figured just getting the exact same color and then just diluting it so it was closer to a white would be perfect, because they'd be obviously the same tones. They would go together really well. They wouldn't clash or have like weird, you know, undertones and bases, which can happen, but still like distinctly different. Like you can very much tell there's different colors on the walls. So that's also a little tip if you are a little bit stressed out about picking like different colors. You don't actually have to. These are technically just the same color with just a little bit more white in it. Okay, we're back. It's actually the next day. Yesterday got so busy I was never able to pop back in here, but we're here now so I can show you just kind of like a quick little run through of the organization I have here in the dresser. And in the closet in case you need some ideas of how to organize or like how to store stuff and things like that. So again, things are set up very similar to the way I have things with my son, just because that is what I know and what works really well for us. So this top drawer is pretty much like the changing table drawer, since obviously we do diaper changes on the dresser. So we have wipes in here, which aren't opened yet, but wipes are in there. And then I kind of treat this little section over here for kind of like things that I need to like just grab, like hairbrush and like little things to pick her nose, like nail clippers, nail files, the like diaper rash cream applicator, actual diaper rash cream, just like some lotion, thermometer, Vaseline, stuff like that. And then this one has passies, which obviously still need to be washed and stuff. And then just some like random toys and passy related things, just basically like teether type things in case she needs something to kind of like entertain her or to do while she's getting a diaper change. And then in here is passy clips, and then of course a ton of diapers. I actually meant to mention yesterday, so I'm just going to mention it real quick before I forget, but in addition to her name sign going here in the middle of the wall, we're also going to have to put up the monitor, like the camera monitor. So we're probably going to mount that either right there or like in between there. We still have to kind of like figure out where that makes sense. So that is the top drawer, and then the drawer next to that, I always just do like bibs and socks and like hats. I have a whole bin of hats in the closet, which you will see, but I have just kind of like this smaller, like kind of like tie hats and thinner hats here, and then mittens. This is basically like the accessories type of drawer. So mittens, hats, a bunch of extra socks back here, a bunch of socks that are like washed and cleaned and ready to go here, and then these are her cotton on bibs, which I love. They're so nice. Some Christmas bibs, and then these are just kind of like cuter little muslin bibs. And then these two drawers, same for my son, are always closed. So I have these little dividers. You can get these on Amazon. They like extend and then lock, so you can make them as long as you need to for your drawers. I have two in each drawer, one there and one here, and I just have this section as newborn since I don't have like a ton. Basically have like t-shirt onesies back there, long sleeve onesies here, and then little pants there. And then these two sections are 0 to 3 months, so pants, and then long sleeve onesies, short sleeve onesies, and then these are like little kind of outfit sets that like came with matching pants, so I just kind of like set those up so everything is like very organized and it'll be easy to grab and like kind of put outfits together. It's all laid out and super easy to see everything. And then this drawer is all 3 to 6. I feel like as they get bigger, they kind of need more clothes because they're in the size a little bit longer potentially, or the clothes are just bigger, so you need more room. And keep in mind, this isn't all new clothes, as you saw in kind of like the beginning of this video. Oh my goodness, I'm so out of breath being bent over. This is obviously a combination of stuff that I have bought her, but this is also stuff that's kind of hand-me-down from my son. So this drawer is 3 to 6, so again, like short sleeve onesies. This pretty much whole middle section is pants and like leggings in the middle, and then like long sleeve onesies. These are all like stockings, like kind of knit stockings, and then again just like a couple little sets right there. And then this bottom drawer is basically like burp cloths and swaddles and sleep bags. So this whole section kind of like to the right over here is all burp cloths, and mind you, all this stuff is clean, by the way, which is obviously why it's like folded and put away. I didn't put away clothes like with tags on them or anything. I washed everything and then folded it and put it away, so like it's literally ready to go. Same with this stuff. A lot of this is stuff that was my son's, so like sleep bags with the Velcro and stuff. And then I got her a couple new ones in like some kind of pretty girlier colors. And then over here, this is pretty much all like swaddle blankets and like receiving blankets. So a couple of these are like muslin, you know, that you can use for anything, putting them on the floor, wrapping them in, laying them on, using them for nursing covers. Like I feel like even burp cloths, like muslin, like receiving blankets, have a bajillion and one uses. And then I also have these 3 little headbands that match with these 3 little like receiving blankets. So you can like wrap her in a swaddle and then put a matching headband, and that's like a cute little photo moment. And these blankets are like insanely soft. I've literally never felt anything so soft in my life, but like I feel like these have very much kind of fall vibes to them with the colors. And obviously she's gonna be born in the fall, but like how cute will that be for like a little picture or just, you know, at the hospital, anything like that. And then a lot of these blankets in the bottom are also from my son, so there's some blue. As you can see, we are not like totally redoing everything. And then this drawer is always just kind of like random, like kind of a catch-all, but it still makes sense. This side I have basically just like more diapers, so I can just refill this drawer from here, and then obviously I have more diapers in the closet. I have the trash bags to go in the Ubi diaper can. I have just like another, I basically try to keep like a little bit more wipes and a little bit more diapers in here, so if this drawer just gets like low out of nowhere, I can grab a couple more diapers or one more pack of wipes, and then once this gets low, I will replenish it with more diapers and another pack of wipes, and then basically just have like one backup in here all the time, and then just like some passy slash toy wipe, and then like lotions, more like diaper paste, just like backup kind of like toiletry type products, I guess you would say. And then in the center here, I have just like some extra changing pad like covers, like the ones that just kind of like roll out. You can obviously put these on the changing pad, put them on the floor, bring them like on the go. I always have a handful of those as backup. This is her like baby slash like pregnancy journal that I've been filling out, and then the milestone cards, some little baby like safety swabs, so just kind of like the extra like random things you need to grab. And then this I just like didn't have a home for. This is potentially for some cute little like newborn photos or just like a photo op kind of moment. And then there's literally nothing else on this side other than that little organizer bin that I just like threw in there, but I do have more dividers in these drawers too. I don't know if you could tell, but there are dividers in here as well. So basically every single drawer aside from these two are divided in thirds just for organizational purposes. So yeah, that's how I have the dresser set up. And then as for the closet, I won't go like too crazy with like every single thing that's in here, but I have a little shoe basket with all of her shoes. I'm so freaking excited. I found like these little baby like kind of Converse looking shoes that are so cute. Some kind of like dressier ones for the holidays. There's some slippers, kind of a whole assortment there. This is what I mentioned. These are like her more, I guess, like cutesy or like warmer type of hats. So there's some with bows, these kind of like hospital bow ones, and then more like kind of like the turban sort of bow ones. And then of course some of these like just obnoxiously big bow ones. And then behind there, the ones that couldn't fit are more like winter type hats. So you can see that one has like a pom-pom on it. This is like a knit hat. So in the back I have like going out of the house winter hats. And then these bins have a variety of stuff in them. This has like some extra diapers. I have one with like changing pad covers and crib sheets and boppy covers and boppy lounger covers. So basically like covers and sheets. I have one with all my different carriers, like my baby wearing carriers. I have one with like her new toys, like some girly toys that still have the tags on them, so I need to like unbox this stuff, but all this stuff will get cleaned and kind of put around the house. And then down here I have some extra books, all of the sound machines, like the baby shusher, stuff like that. And then this is basically like hospital stuff or like postpartum stuff for me that I'm honestly just like storing in here for right now. This is gonna be out of here by the time she's born, so it's like a little colostrum collector. My like this will basically all end up in like a postpartum kit. So I have like my stool softener stuff in there, and there's like a portable bottle warmer, the breast milk storage, breast milk bags. So it's like a lot of postpartum stuff that we will kind of like put out where it needs to go when the time gets a little closer. Same with down there, I have like a manual breast pump. So some of this stuff is just like interim storage for stuff that like I'm gonna need in a couple of months, but just like needed a home for now. And then obviously a lot of the sections are just empty for potential like book storage, toy storage. I usually use like one of these bins for clothes as they start growing out of them. Like so for my son, it's that bottom one. I just like set it aside in there, and then once that gets full, I pack it away. Our closets like came with one set of shelving in them, so my husband added another one just because there was like so much height between here and the ceiling that it felt like a waste of space to not have additional shelving, because obviously like any bins or anything you store on this shelf is only like yay high, and we still had so much extra room. So we actually installed another layer of shelving just to kind of like grow into when we need it. And these bins here are just like clothes that are basically not hung up yet, so that's just kind of extra clothes storage. So as you guys will be able to see, I hung this cute little flower like wicker little thing here. I think that's so cute. But I have a section here of her newborn clothes, and then 0 to 3 I always hang PJs. I find that to be way easier. So I have PJs, and then like some outfit sets and like sweatshirts and all those different kinds of things, cardigans. And then back here is a lot of like winter suits and Sherpa and stuff like that. There's some coats back there. And then I have 3 to 6 right here. And just like with the drawers, all of this stuff is like cleaned and washed and ready to go. So as you saw, just like with the drawers, I only have newborn 0 to 3 and 3 to 6 out here. So in these bins, I have something like probably 6 to 9 and like 9 to 12. Like I have basically just bigger sizes stored up there of things I've just kind of like purchased as I've been shopping and seeing things on a good sale and whatever. So basically as she like grows out of this stuff and I start packing it away, I'll just slowly kind of cycle through these kind of like chronologically and bring stuff down and like wash it and hang it and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I do like clothing storage. That's just kind of what makes the most sense. I obviously definitely recommend getting like the size dividers. I feel like that's kind of a game changer. And then I decided to get for her closet this little like corner hamper, which I think is so handy. I feel like it takes up a lot less space. It's just kind of more efficient and it just sort of like slides in back there. And then we did this in my son's room as well, and I think this is like such a hack, but we put one of these like accordion like hook hangers along the back wall like behind the door, and it's just so handy for like literally any random stuff that you need a home for. So we have like my smaller itsy bitsy diaper bag, just like some cute little signs. We might use this for some photos. That's just like a cute little decorative piece there. This is probably not going to stay there, but I thought that was kind of cute. And then all of her first, like I usually took a picture with Cole on each holiday with like one of these bibs on, so I just hung those there. So I just find that this is like, this wall is kind of wasted otherwise. Like there's nothing you can really put on there, like nothing too big, because obviously there's a door, but this is so handy, especially because these accordion ones, you can like literally make them as long or as short as you want them based on whatever size space you have. They're so handy, super inexpensive, and they have like a million hooks on them, so you can literally hang like 1,000 things. Definitely recommend doing something like that. And then on the back of her door, literally maximizing like literally every inch of space, like adding the extra shelving, putting this stuff back here. Like I just love being efficient with storage space. So I love these over the door like hook hangers. I like getting the ones specifically that have a basket and then also hooks on them. So again, you can just like throw random things up there. A lot of times I end up doing like hats and gloves and like winter stuff up there. You can put like little backup bottles, like toiletries. You can literally throw like little shoes. You can throw anything in there. It's just like handy to have. And then there's also the hooks on it, so you can again hang things, towels, bathrobes, backpacks, like anything like that, which is super handy. What I decided to do is do all of her like bows and stuff. I got this little organizer off of Amazon. I think this is gonna work pretty well. We'll see like how functional this turns out being, but it's definitely like a cute little display moment. It has like sections to just clip stuff, and then it has hooks as well. So I did basically all like the little bows at the top here, and then I had like this pack of bigger bows. This was all shown in like a series of different hauls and stuff on my channel, so I can link those down below where I like unboxed this stuff. But I have bigger bows along the edge here, smaller bows up there, and then like basically headbands with the hooks in the center. So these are kind of like bigger, thicker headbands, and these are from all over. Cotton On. There's Posh Peanut here. This is from Kate Quinn. There's a wide assortment. These Ellen Millie ones. Oh my gosh, look at this Halloween one. I die. And then these are like the thinner band ones. So there's like a whole bunch of different little like colors and textures on these, which I love. And then these are kind of like the sort of like a slightly aggressive, like a bigger bow headband. So I kind of organized them by, I guess, kind of like size, depending what kind of like headband or bow moment we're in the mood for. We have a little something here. I think you saw in the footage when I was like setting up the closet, I decided to do like the velvet hangers just so things wouldn't fall off very easily, and I think that just looks a lot nicer. I have this will be like her memory bin, which I have done a whole video on. I can link that down below of like how to set up a really inexpensive memory bin, just some extra storage in general. And I love how roomy the closet is, especially because that hamper is so small. Like it's literally hidden back there so nicely, so there's tons of room to do more storage, put stuff like if you need to stack stuff up or put toys or something like that. I feel like there will be a lot of room, especially with these bins. I definitely recommend getting one of these cube organizers, because again, like that, especially in like a kid's closet where the clothes are very tiny, that would have all just been like totally wasted space. So we did that with my son's room as well. Those are super inexpensive. The bins are very inexpensive. And then you can store a ton of stuff in the bins. If you don't want to see them, you can display stuff in the shelves if you want to put books or toys that you want them to be able to like grab. And then you also have kind of like some counter space. I have like a little storage thing here. like books. This is actually a basket of stuff for my son, kind of like his big brother gift basket, so I'm just storing stuff there for now. I have like some decorative things back there, but if you need to like display things or have things that you need to grab, you can use that as kind of like a little counter space. Super, super functional, and it's just, I'm all about like making the most use of every little space. So, oh my gosh, I'm literally such a mess. We're going on a trip in like 2 days, so I'm literally just like running around like a crazy person today, which is why my appearance is the way it is. But that is everything for this video. I know that it ended up being like pretty long. I've already started like editing some of the footage, and I know it ended up being longer than I anticipated, but I thought that made more sense to just have this whole video be like a one-stop shop for the reveal, the organization, kind of the process, like as we kind of got things together, like that vloggy footage. I kind of wanted this to just be like a whole nursery video rather than doing like a quick reveal and then an organization and then like a getting the nursery set. Like I felt like that wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense, so this just became one giant nursery video. But I hope that it was helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that you were able to get some like inspiration or ideas for organization or design or anything like that. I feel like putting nurseries together is so much fun. It's like one of the best parts of being pregnant is getting to, I mean, it's stressful and it's expensive, so there's that, but it's definitely so much fun, especially for me. I love decorating and organizing and kind of like planning things out and stuff, and I really feel like my vision came together. I kind of made like a little like collage, like vision board if you want to call it that, with just some of the pieces I wanted to buy and kind of how I wanted it to come out, and I feel like it really came together. So I definitely recommend that too if you are just trying to like figure out where to start. Just like go online, either get some ideas off Pinterest or whatever, and then find like pieces that like you think kind of fit the vibe, throw them into like PicMonkey or any of like, you know, the little online kind of like editing picture sort of websites, and just kind of like get your like thoughts dumped and images dumped into one place, and then you can kind of go from there. And I feel like that helps kind of give you a place to start. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I freaking love it in here. Like, this is exactly what I wanted it to be. I think it's gonna be perfect for her to grow into as well. When I showed my sister this room, she was like, this is how I would have designed a room for like myself. Like if I was like setting up a new room for me, like these are the colors and like kind of the design and the vibe that I would go for as well, which I thought was really sweet. I feel like that's kind of where I was going. If I was like to design like my own little kid room, this is kind of what I would go for. So hopefully she loves it. Of course, she'll be like sleeping in our room for the first couple of months, but we used my son's nursery like a ton, like from day one, like for getting him dressed, picking out clothes, diaper changes, rocking him, feeding him, all kinds of stuff like that. So even though she's not going to be sleeping in here, actually he started taking naps in his nursery pretty early as well, so she'll probably nap in here as well. So I feel like even though they don't spend the night in here for a while, it's still a very useful, functional space, which is why I wanted to make sure it was buttoned up and ready to go like right away. Like obviously really, really early. That's just the kind of person I am. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have any requests for specific like products or where things are from or anything, definitely let me know in the comments, and I can add it to the description box, and I can send it to you in the comments as well. If you would like to subscribe, we'd love to have you. You can stay tuned for all the additional pregnancy footage, like the labor and delivery, once she gets here, all the things. Definitely subscribe and stay tuned, because all of that will be coming, and I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.